of Ian is a Weirdo or Ian is Weird, depending on which channel you're watching this from. So, I'm going to show off some of my completed projects as of late. I just finished one. It's literally hot off the hook. I wrote a pattern for it. I figured out a better way to do it after I had already done it. So the pattern that I wrote will look different than what the actual finished project looks like. So, let me show you what I've done. Let me use a little Florida water. Now you might say, hey, Florida water, that sounds like swamp water. It's actually pretty much pure alcohol, and it smells like Listerine, kind of, with a bunch of like herbs and stuff in it. Some people who practice any kind of witchery use it as kind of a cleansing cologne. It's called a cologne. I think that's just because it's a wet thing that smells. Sorry, I have a wine glass here. Now that also has alcohol in it, but for a different reason. And I just kind of like just to rub my hands together, to smell, to breathe it in, that clean, fresh smell. And then I like to just kind of take everything and like throw it over my shoulder. I don't really know why, but I just kind of like that kind of like feeling of like, here's my problems, and just like tossing them away over my shoulder. And it just kind of really gets that smell going. It doesn't smell like pure alcohol. It smells like very herbaceous and like I don't even know what. It just says fragrances. It's denatured alcohol. And then it has like a little bit of color to give it like a slight green kind of tint. But um, but yeah, it's very nice. I like it practicing because it just feels like it kind of sanitizes the space, gives like a nice clean start to what we're going to go through. So, if you've been following my blank but make it Halloween challenge, thus far I have uploaded 2 videos. I'm currently in the process of uploading the third one, which I just drew. So that one obviously hasn't even been started yet. I just had some ideas. Hi, Reiki. Hi, Reiki. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. Um, so the first one, if you don't know what challenge I'm talking about, okay, I just line on my boob. That's weird. So I have 2 bowls here. Breaker, where did you put the other bowl? Where'd you put the other bowl, bro? Oh, it's right here. You didn't do it. So basically, I have a holiday, mostly Christmas, because it's the holiday in the winter that I'm most familiar with. So I didn't want to put anything that I didn't really know much about. So I have my holiday bowl, and it has a bunch of little pieces of paper in it that have different holiday concepts on it. And then I have, and these are ceramic cauldrons because I'm a fancy bitch. This is my Halloween bowl, and it's got a bunch of spooky, Halloweeny type things in it. So I take one piece of paper from the holiday bowl, and I say, okay, so we're gonna get this, and then I pull from the Halloween bowl, and it makes it Halloween by um, incorporating a Halloween kind of concept, spooky concept, goofy concept, whatever it may be. So it's kind of the marriage of 2 holidays, if you will. And so that's what we got. So the first one, I drew mittens, um, which I've never made full mittens before. I've made like fingerless mitts, but I've never made mittens. So for this one, I have to take off my engagement ring for this one because my engagement ring, you can ooh and ah if you want, is opal, and it has this like really tall setting that has a lot of like, it looks kind of like coral or like a barnacle. But they tend to grab onto the yarn, so I can't really wear it with mittens or gloves. So, the Halloween concept I got was bats. So, I mean, I could turn around and show you better, but I made bat wings on my mittens. This might be a little bit better. Maybe? No? Not really? Okay. It's not the best work. I'm not great at embroidery. It's just not my skill, and I know that, so I did my best, okay? I was originally gonna embroider a bat face onto these, which is why I chose this particular stitch, which is the knit stitch for the mittens. And then for the wings, I followed a pattern that I'd be happy to share that I found for free on YouTube. And then the only difference is that they were just kind of like general wings, and I added a picot at the end to make them a little bit pointier and battier. Um, but both the mitten tutorial and the wing tutorial I found on YouTube, and I just kind of made it my own. So I can definitely share those with you. Now, this one, hey Roberta, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I think you're really going to enjoy what's next. I just finished it. Now, there are some kind of like fatal flaws in what I did, but I learned from my mistakes, and now I have a pattern ready for pattern testing written. So that's pretty exciting. So I decided to give my 22 pins Addie another chance. And the net for day 2, I picked red and green from the Holiday Bowl, and I picked full moon / moon from Halloween. And so I instantly had this idea of Santa Claus kind of pulling his pants down as like a full moon, like mooning someone. And then I was like, oh, I could paint like different scenes, like with the moon in like green and red, although I don't know how I do that because I'm not that great of a painter. Or I could paint like a green haunted house and have like blood coming out of it. The blood's red, house is green, red and green. But then I got this idea from Lydia, and she didn't specifically say like this particular idea, but she talked about doing the Grinch, and I was like, red and green right there. So without further ado, it's not perfect, so please just be gentle with me. I'm not an expert at knitting machines, but this is my mooning Grinch. So the pattern that I wrote, so you can clearly see the seam here. The pattern that I wrote kind of eliminates that, or should eliminate that. So I'm hoping that some people can pattern test this for me so that it looks less like, two distinct parts. But basically I made 2 tubes using my Addy. I made the top half and I made the bottom half. The flaws in the learning process, absolutely. And then it's got little boots. It was actually pretty intensive on my hand, the amount of uh, crocheting I had to do, because I did a lot of hand crocheting, just to kind of cover up like the seams of where the different colors meet and stuff like that, which was pretty intensive on my hand. But I combed out, so with the green, because the Grinch is furry and I hate using fake fur anyways, it's so difficult to work with for me. But also, you can brush out acrylic yarn or a lot of different types of yarn to make it look more like fur. So I took a pet grooming brush, which is, I use one of like the cheap metal ones, and I literally got it from the dollar store, and I just brushed out all of the green parts. So the face is fuzzy, the belly's fuzzy, his belly's hanging out of his shirt because I thought that was appropriate. I kind of went kind of like a cross between the Jim Carrey and original Grinch. And the reason why I thought of this one is because I was gonna do mistletoe above his butt, but I was too lazy and I was fucking ready to be done. Isn't that butt cute? And it's so fuzzy. It's so fuzzy. So yeah, so I had a really great time making that. For the face, the face isn't the best, but I think it's pretty good for me. I need to glue the eyes on because right now they're on a piece of glitter foam, that a gold piece of glitter foam that has a self-adhesive back, and they're just stuck on. But I think probably gluing them using hot glue or E6000 would be better. And then I did a little detailing with black yarn. And then for the pupils, I just colored in on the, for the irises, I guess, actually. I just colored in with a black Sharpie. So it's not like, I mean, could the face be better? Yeah, but could it be worse? Absolutely. You definitely know it's the Grinch, right? I just think the butt is hilarious. So this is my red and green full moon. I'm so happy with it. So I am going to see if I can get some pattern testers. So to be a pattern tester for this, you need to be able to not only have and use a 22 or 24 pin knitting machine. So yeah, so those are just stick on like adhesive back foam sheet like eyes, and then I colored them in, but I did embroidery outside of them. They're not the best. It definitely wouldn't hold up to just like really any kind of wear and tear. I could probably glue them and get some better wear out of them, but I didn't do that. But you could, if you're good at embroidery, I think you could do this just fine. It's just my embroidery never looks that great, so I was honestly just ready to be done with this. My hands hurt so much from all of like the top stitching and like doing this and doing that, and you wouldn't think that that would hurt that much, but like just like the angle was so weird that like it just tweaked my wrist in like a really, really weird way. Yeah, I think they look great. I just, it's, it could be better, but it could be worse. Like I said, I'm happy enough with it. This is great embroidery for me. um, but yeah, oh, I need to put that on the uh, list of, supplies for this is a brush. It's definitely you. Yeah, I know who else would do this. Um, wow, I could not spell scissors right. Okay, I'm gonna say it's optional because I mean it would still look good without the being furry, but yes. So this was my full moon. Oh my gosh, his butt's so cute. Oh my gosh. So that's how I did that, and I just kind of had his hands on his knees. But I mean, this could definitely be done a lot better. It does not stand on its own, even though I like put little reinforcement in the legs. It's just too top heavy, so it's just gonna kind of sit there. But it would be a great cuddle buddy if you got the eyes to stick on well. Yes, it's just like a baby, but like a little baby Grinch. So this is my full moon. I'm in love. So I'm gonna put the pattern. I'm just gonna look for some pattern testers um, on the Army of Weirdos, probably Men Who Crochet, probably my Knitting Machine Queens, um, and uh, yeah. Hey Lydia, I have a Grinch that's mooning you. That's my red and green moon prompt from my blank, but make it Halloween. He's very big. Now that I look at him sideways, he's a very big boy. But I kind of wanted to make him a big boy. I just thought he just was so cute and his chubbiness and his big old fluffy cheeks. Um, but yeah, and then I also have my bat mittens ready um, and ready to wear. So one is smaller than the other. Somehow I ended up with less stitches, even though I thought I had the same number of stitches. So one is significantly, not significantly, but it's like 2 stitches tighter, and I can definitely tell the difference. So I guess that is significant if you can tell the difference. And then I don't think they're quite even, but they're close to even. Sewing on the appliques. I can't do anything straight. Just don't even ask. If that's what people expect of me, they just need to stop. But yeah, so I just made these for me. I'm not selling them. I'm not going to make new ones to sell them because they're just too hard to get like exactly right to your hand shape. And I know some people really like making mittens and can like pop them out for easy production. But for me, like I know what I like in a mitten, and I don't think that's what necessarily everybody likes in a mitten. Like I like my mittens to be very fitted. So that's why mine kind of like look a little funny at the top, is because that's how my finger shape is. So I like to keep it pretty tight around my fingers so that I can actually like use them if I want to. So yeah, so for the yeah, Lydia, if you have a 22 or 24 pin knitting machine, and you know how to crochet, you can use the pattern to make this wrench. And I'm going to have some pattern testers, so if you're interested in that, just let me know on Army of Weirdos. I'm about to post a little thing about it whenever I get around to it. So I have like 3 drinks here because I'm just like thirsty beyond all possible belief. This is a Topo Chico. It's just a water that's like sparkling. This is coffee. I just really like coffee. And then I have a little bit of white wine because we had a little cheese party. And so a little white wine is okay every once in a while. So I just posted, let me see if the video is even live, although if you were watching this, you can't see the video on my Ian.is.weird channel. So don't feel bad if you haven't seen that. I literally posted this the same time as I went live. So, yeah, I just pulled day 3, and day 3 is Cozy from the Winter Bowl, and it is Voodoo from the Halloween Bowl. Yeah, and I kind of was like, I kind of regret putting Voodoo in there now because like Voodoo is part of people's culture, and I believe in voodoo dolls, in like the intention that you put into them. But like I don't really know much about voodoo other than that, and I don't want to take someone's culture and use it in a way that doesn't fit my moral compass. So voodoo doll is pretty much the only thing that I can do. In my mind, and maybe even that's pushing it, but I don't know. So I have a headless voodoo doll that I use to store my furls hooks in, but I didn't stuff it enough when I made it, and then I also don't have a head for it, so I'm thinking about making a new one anyways. So I think I might do that. Now, here's the problem with it being, you'd be excused if you read your. I know I could, but here's the thing. I always like, challenge myself, and then I get these things that I don't know what the fuck to do, and I'm like, I am literally making a video. I could literally toss this footage out. No one would know. But for some reason, I like to challenge myself and make myself miserable. Or I'd pick something worse. Can you imagine? Okay, so hey, Reiki boy. Hey, Reiki boy. You gonna say hi to everyone? You wanna say hi to everyone? Can you see Riker? Can you see Riker? Mm-mm. Hey, Reiki boy. Hey, Reiki boy. You a good boy? You a good boy? Yes, you are. Yeah, I baby talk my dog. Leave me alone. Oh, boobs. I can't wait to get rid of them. Oh, if you didn't know, I did reschedule my top surgery, which I'm super excited about. So my pre-op is in February, and my surgery is scheduled for March. Hopefully, we can get through the winter without incident. It's always my hope. And that's you being thoughtful. That's not consuming. The thing is, I always like it's fun to push myself, and like I said earlier, like I when I got red and green and full moon, I thought that first of Santa Claus doing like this pants down, butt down, and then I had some other ideas, but then Lydia was saying that she was going to work on a Grinch. And I was like, oh my gosh, red and green. Perfect, right there. So Lydia actually really helped me, and you know, maybe you didn't plan it, but it uh, it really helped me kind of make this idea. So I like kind of starting an idea and then talking to you all about it, and then have you help me. So I think I'm gonna make a voodoo doll, and I think I'm gonna make the instructions where you can make it into a plushie that you like cuddle, or you can make it into a hook holder. Like a what if it was like a cozy hook holder? What would that even look like? I mean, you could use like a cozier yarn, but that's not really. Also, I gave away a lot of my like cozy like 5-weight yarn, um, just because I wasn't using it. That was in the giveaway, a lot of that, and that is going out tomorrow. It's already outside. It was outside on Friday, and then it no one ever came to get it, even though I thought I scheduled the pickup. So I was annoyed by that, but um, I left it out and it rained Friday night, and I'm like, fuck. So I'm hoping everything's okay. I don't have that green do mine right now. When I do, I will be making it. Yeah, that would be super cool. So I thought of doing like another voodoo doll, and I guess like, I mean, I don't really want to like make put a design on it that would make it like cozy. Like, I don't want to put like mittens and a scarf and a hat on a voodoo doll. 'Cause to me, that's just like too much work. By the end of a voodoo doll, I'm fucking done. I'm done. I want to be done with this. So, made and sold a parking lot as I finish it. Wow, that's awesome. Yeah, and I mean, you can make like little tiny voodoo dolls. You make voodoo doll keychains. I've seen those. Those are super cute. Um, so, um, but I don't know how to make it like cozy. I mean, I could make a cardigan that looked kind of like a voodoo doll with like, you know how you've seen like the Oogie Boogie cardigans with the hoods that like they're pretty like folded, and they like come over and have like a face. Well, the face could be the voodoo doll, and I can make the cardigan that would be cozy and voodoo doll. Of course, it would take me a while to make because I'm slow as fuck. Cardigan, hoodie, like Oogie Buggy. There's like a name for it. It's like Haunted Menace or something, or some shit on Etsy. Okay, how do I get in just regular Etsy? I'm in this weird shop profile thing. I can do like 10 things at once. Ooh, cute stockings. Okay. Oogie, Boogie, booger. crochet. There's like a really well-known pattern. Wait, is that it? I need to do like it's like twisted hatter or something. Oh, here it is, burlap chap. So this is a very popular pattern. I see it on my goth alternative crochet group all the time. And while I don't want to make exactly that, even though like obviously it's cute as shit, I feel like I could maybe draw inspiration from it because I've seen tutorials on just how to make a hood. I feel like with the voodoo doll, like it doesn't need to have the elongated like hood feature. Like it can be kind of rounded off and make like a normal hood, and then I could kind of do like a face or something like that with like buttons. And I don't really know how I would do pins. Like, let me see. I wonder if there's like a pin cushion pin. Like if like a pin that I could put on that looks like a pin going into me. Does that make sense? Am I making any fucking kind of sense at all? Ugh. My brain's just like, nah. After making that, I'm just like, Jesus Christ. Like this really wore me out. More than probably like 90% of the crochet patterns that I do. For some reason it just really hurt my wrist. Okay, so because the thing is, to have it be a functional cardigan, I can't just like have a piece of metal stabbing into it, right? So I could make it like a double layer like pattern and then like maybe pad it out a little bit, although I'm kind of bulky anyways. I don't think that would be helpful to my figure, but like pad it out a little bit and then like basically like cut the like break the pins in half and like put hot glue on the end and jam them in so that they would go into the stuffing and before they ever got to me. But that's still a little dicey if you ask me. um uh okay, I'm not really finding anything that's like maybe like a pin cushion jacket. What does that look like? Does it even exist? If anyone has any ideas, I'm happy to take them. Oh, okay, so here it looks like fabric that actually has a pin just painted on it. I could do that in embroidery. I could do like a bead and then I could just do like a line in embroidery and that would look like a pin. And I could do like a heart. That would be cute. I think I'm gonna go with the cardigan. I know I've been meaning to make another voodoo doll for my thing for ages. But I really think that um I really think that I just don't know how to make that cozy. I don't think that really fits the brief. And the goal is to challenge myself. So yeah, I could just have like pin, like I could just embroider. Yeah. I've been really wanting to make the herringbone hexagon cardigan by Bag a Day Crochet. If you have been here for any amount of time, you've heard me talk about it. Because since you put it up, I've been wanting to make it. Because I really liked making the hexagon cardigan that I made for Pride. Um, but and the granny stitch is like fun to do, but it just doesn't really reach into my fashion sensibilities, if I'm being honest. It's just not really like my look. So this is a lot more like I can really make it my own. Although most of the pin cushions I've seen are like a burlap type material, so they're tan, which does not really appeal to me. But I think to make it the most, you know, pin cushiony it could be, um, I think that it needs to be tan, right? Okay, this isn't mine, but the picture I worked off of. Okay, are you? Okay, let me look at it. Oh my goodness, that's so cute. I love the pigtails. Oh wow, that is so cute. Oh, I love the belly button too. So I only have one skein of this. It's it's literally right over there. I could get up and get it, but I don't want to because I don't want to show off my boobs right now on camera. But it is Red Heart Super Saver in the color Jewel Tone, which is a perfect match for Sally from Nightmare Before Christmas. She's kind of like a pincushion, so that could work, and those colors do meet my aesthetic a lot better. But I would need more than one skein, which isn't a terrible thing. Whatever I make, I'm gonna probably have to get more yarn, but that could be cool, right? If the person who has my voodoo doll needs to remove some of the stuffing. Yeah. So I didn't put enough in my, I was about to drink Florida water. That would have been a whole different type of party. I have 3 drinks in a row, and then I have Florida water. I need to move that. So, yeah. Let me, okay, just don't look at me. Look away. So this is the yarn. So this is Jewel Tone, right? Yeah, Jewel Tone by Red Heart Super Saver. Perfect for Sally from Nightmare Before Christmas. I could do the herringbone cardigan in this and do the hood in this, and then it would still be enough contrast with any of the colors to do a black or silver. I do have some yarn that is light gray with silver. It's the Big Twist Sparkle. What else have you made? Well, that's those have been like the big things. I need to make hi, hi. I need to make a packer. I need to get on that actually because I think that's due in like 2 days. Let me make sure. Hey, Recyclable Homestead, welcome in. I am going over some of the projects that I need to. Okay, by November 17th. Okay, got a little time. So I'm doing a project on a challenge on my other channel, which is at ian.is.weird and the number 2. And it is blank, but make it Halloween. So it's all like holiday, specifically Christmas themed ideas. And I put them in a bowl like this, in a cauldron specifically. And then I pick one out, and then I try to make it Halloweeny by using a Halloween bowl, also a cauldron, and picking out one of these. So we're talking about some of the projects I've done, and then also some of the projects that I have coming up. So I made some mittens that have bat wings on them because I got mittens and I got bats. So these are my mittens that I made. And then I don't think I've seen you around here. Or the doll from Lilo and Stitch. Oh my gosh, that's a cute idea. Uh, doll from Lilo and Stitch. I love that. Oh my gosh. What's the doll's name? I don't remember. And then the next one I got was red and green from the Holiday Bowl. And then I got full moon slash moon. So anything. So I thought of maybe doing some paintings, or like maybe doing like a painting of like using red and green. I don't know how to do a moon, or doing like a green haunted house with like bloody footsteps coming out of it or something like that. But what I ended up doing was making a Grinch that was mooning people. So this is my red and green moon. This is his little face. I'm not great at embroidery, so this is as good as it's ever gonna get. So please don't hold me to any higher standard than this. But he's got a little furry butt. I brushed out the acrylic yarn that I used so that it would be nice and fuzzy, because I like my Grinch nice and fuzzy. And then the next one I'm doing is Cozy from the Winter Christmas uh, Cauldron, and Voodoo from the what you call it, Halloween thing. So I'm thinking I'm gonna do a cardigan with a hood, and I'm gonna be like a voodoo doll. So I'm either gonna do kind of like a tan color. I love my Grinch. Thank you so much. I love it too. Actually, I'm really happy with it. I'm still planning on selling my knitting machine. So if you want my knitting machine, it's in very good condition. Works perfectly. I'm just not really that great at using it. So I'd rather it go to like a home that loves knitting machines. Um, but um, if I could also, for the voodoo doll, I could also do Sally from Nightmare Before Christmas, and this yarn is Jewel Tone by Red Heart Super Saver, and it looks just like Sally from Nightmare Before Christmas. So she's kind of pincushion, she's kind of stuffed and sews herself back together and stuff like that. Thank you, Lydia. I appreciate that. Or I could do the doll from Lilo and Stitch, which is what Roberta recommended, which really excites me because I actually have blanket yarn that is in that color that don't know what to do with it. I hate making blankets. So, although I might make a baby blanket with it, I don't know. I'd rather use 4-weight yarn over like 6-7-weight yarn any day. So, so yeah. And like also that would be really warm. So I'm not sure what I'll do, but I will definitely keep you all in the know, obviously. This took me about 2 days to make, just because like designing the pattern, getting the ratios right, of how long the leg should be, how long the shirt should be, how big the butt and belly should be, the face, how I was going to do that. Um, Basically, I made it in two parts. I made it in the top half, and this is one long tube, and then I have a second which is a tube twice as long. I twisted it in the middle and then pulled it up over so that it would be a double layer. Um, but yeah, so that is this little baby doll right here. Um, Face could use some work, but isn't worse, so I'm not I'm not going to change a thing because I'm done with it. I'm tired of it. I hurt my hand using it and doing it, and I am done. So I'm going to see if this color is available on the Walmart website, because Walmart is the cheapest place to buy Red Heart Super Saver. But they don't have all the colors. And I don't believe that this is even available in a jumbo. It's definitely the best price at Walmart to get um, a jumbo from them, because, like, let's see, and their prices differ from online and in store, which I find very frustrating. Okay, so let's see. So this is just the regular Super Saver, or is this jumbo? This is jumbo. Okay. This is a brand new color as far as I know. So I don't expect it, and it's not in jumbo. I was pretty sure of that. But let's check the regular Super Saver. Now, the one thing I don't like about Walmart's online shopping is that the, the prices are all over the place. You will not get those prices in store necessarily. And it's just, and sometimes they separate them. So it'll be like, you'll be like, oh, I need white Super Saver. And you look at the Super Saver category, white's not there. White is in its own listing. And you're like, I don't understand. My Walmart is out of stock of that yarn. Yeah, I don't think I got this at Walmart. I think I got it at Joann when they were having a sale on Super Saver. But let me see what. Okay, so I don't see this color at all on Walmart's website. But it could be in another listing. So I'm going to type in jewel tone and see if it comes up. No, it doesn't. It's in the stripes. So maybe wherever the stripes are. This is like always like, it's such a pain in the ass shopping on the Walmart website, if I'm being honest. Like, I mean, like, they have some super good deals, but never super easy to find yarn that you're looking for. If you're not looking for it, you will always find it at Walmart. Okay, so I don't see it at all on Walmart's website. So I'm going to see what deals Joann has right now. So how's everyone doing tonight? What are you working on? What's happening in your world? While I look for yarn. Big Twist Value is having a 4 for $10 doorbuster. That's probably the best price I've ever seen on Big Twist Value. Big Twist Value is pretty reliable as far as value yarn goes. And $2.50 a ball is definitely the best price I've seen. Usually, like the $3.30. It's the best I see. I think that's 30% off full price. Or I could make a lap blanket with a skull. Ooh, I like that. I could do like a lap gown or something with like Dr. Facilier from Princess and the Frog. But I just hate blankets. And I'm also like, I'm having a really hard time like learning and doing like um tapestries, like color work. I don't know, something in my brain just doesn't really work with that. Like, I just can't make it look good, and I don't know why. But from finishing the mosaic. Oh my gosh. I'm so glad. Did you have to go back and frog all of that? Um, I know you were having a problem with that. Okay, so here's a big deal. So the big twist, living or the anti-pilling yarn is 4 for 10 as well, and that usually is 6.50. So that is a really, really, really great deal, and that is the yarn that has a lot of the pride colors. You had to FaceTime one of your friends from China. Oh, wait, sorry. You had to FaceTime your friend, YouTube friend, China. Okay, I thought you were saying from China. I was like, wow, time difference is crazy. But yeah, okay, that's cool. Only a few more rows. I'm so happy for you. This doorbuster is actually fucking really, really good. I'm gonna have to get one that. Let's see. I really, really like the Eddie Bauer Cozy Camp worsted yarn. It's very soft. It's usually a little bit more pricey, but right now it's on sale for $4.19 a ball, so it's 30% off. And I really like the color Time. Um, it's just like a green and like white mossy look. Very Swamp Witch. I was gonna make a cardigan for Swamp Witch with that color, but then it just ended up not being available for some reason. I was very annoyed, but anywho, enough about me. Lion Brand Heartland yarn is on sale, looks like 30% off. I do love Heartland. It's just a beautiful, beautiful yarn. It's so easy to work with, feels like butter, just gorgeous. I love like every Heartland. But I never like have any projects that I specifically feel like I need it for, so I don't buy it often anymore. I bought it a lot when I started crocheting, but what was I looking for? Oh yeah. I mean, I checked to see if they have a jumbo in the jewel tone, but I really don't think so. They have some stripes. They have favorite stripe and retro stripe, but they don't have jewel tone. So I probably have to buy it in the regular size, and see how many I need of that. Now yeah, I'll definitely have to like. I always want to check. Can you drop her channel, in the chat? That would be really great because I would like to add her, but I don't know her channel name. So if you can do like, usually like someone will have like a tag and will be like the @ symbol and then their channel name, and that's the easiest way to find people rather than searching the name of their channel. Does that make sense? Bernat Softy. Baby, you can go rot in hell. Okay, so I'm looking at the Super Saver Stripes yarn, and Jewel Tone is not in there, even though it says stripes on it. So that's a thing. Um, Super Saver Brushed is very cool. I have a lot of it in like a lavender color. I was gonna make a cropped sweater for Mel and that, and I just didn't finish at all. But I have a good amount of that. But that definitely won't work for this project. So if I was gonna do it in a solid, like traditional voodoo doll color, I'd probably use the color Buff from Red Heart Super Saver. It's just a really nice like neutral tan color, but I just don't wear that color, and I don't want to. I can't. I don't have a blue dress. Thank you, Lydia. I have a hard time with the cozy, the voodoo I can make all day. Exactly, exactly. That's where it's a fun challenge. And also, I did this because I thought it would make some fun gifts. Like, honestly, I'm thinking about giving this to my father-in-law. I'm gonna glue on the eyes better. But, like, I just like, because you never know what to get your father-in-law. You never know what to get a lot of the men in your life, and just like something stupid like this, I think would be right up his alley. Not that he's stupid, but I just think that he would like a gift that's not really like a you have to like have it around you all the time. It would just be like a funny little thing. I think that's a great father-in-law present, don't you? I think it is. I'll see what my wife thinks though, because she's the expert, obviously, on her own father. So one thing that I do not like about Joanne is their value packs are never a good deal. Like the yarn in the value packs is frequently on sale. Like, and it's cheaper to get it by ball with that sale than like the set sale, which I find really annoying. I'm like, why do you even do sets? Red Heart with Love. Okay, I just need to. I don't know where this yarn is. Maybe I could just type it in, but I want to look at all the yarn and see what's on sale. I do have some of the chainette yarn that I really want to use. I have 3 balls of that chainette yarn that I got that I haven't tried yet. I haven't seen anybody review it, so I'm pretty interested in seeing what uh, seeing what how it works out because I haven't seen anybody review it. Okay, so Super Saver is not on sale, but the Jumbo is. That's annoying. Okay, so if I go into the Super Saver category, I do see Jewel Tone. I also see Fall, which I did find at my local Walmart. It's very pretty. So thank you for recommending that, Lydia. Um, so yeah, so right now at Joann, they have their Super Saver, regular Super Saver yarn, even though this says stripes, is not on sale and it's for $4.49. Let's see what coupons they have. What is it like right here? It hurts like fuck. I hate forehead. I mean, I hate all acne, but like, ugh, it's really annoying. Having some deep difficulties. Where are my deals at? Let me get out of the app and see if I can reopen it and see if that'll help. Yeah, it's not showing any of the weekly specials. Can anyone with a Joann app see any of the coupons that they have going on right now? Because like I don't even know how much I need for this. This has 5 ounces, 236 yards. Probably need like at least like 3 or like 4 if I'm making a hood. If I'm making a hood, it's like 5, right? I don't know. Depends on the father-in-law, absolutely. My father-in-law has an excellent sense of humor. That's where my wife got it from, also from her mom. But he's one of those people that's really hard to shop for because, like, if he wants something, he gets it. And he doesn't really want for much. He's a very simple guy, simple in the way that he knows what he likes. He kind of has like a routine that like um doesn't stray from his routine a lot. And so like there's not really like much you could get him because like everything he has, everything he wants, he pretty much has. So I have struggled to get him something in the past or even to make something for him. I do have this Hobby Lobby yarn that I really like. I think I started a project Oh my gosh. Okay, we're fine. The Grinch went a tumbling. And then I undid it. But this is the rustic romantic yarn. I don't even know if they still sell this at Hobby Lobby. I don't shop at Hobby Lobby anymore because I got my moral compass in check. But this is rustic romance, and the color is, I thought it said Clive, but that's olive, which makes more sense. It was a Clive. But it's this very pretty tweed yarn that's green, that has like white specks in it. Very, very pretty, very easy to use. Annoying to frog due to the tweed nature of it. What do you think of when you think of cozy? Typically, I think of blankets or like, I don't know, like socks. I could make socks, but voodoo socks? What does that even mean? I mean, I can make socks pretty easily on the Addy, although I don't really like the way that those feel, because typically when most people make socks with the Addy, what they do is cinch the toe, and I just hate how that feels. Slippers with a skull. China doll 3883. 3833. One second. Go to my main channel. No, no, that's not what I wanted. Wait, yes, it is what I wanted. No, it is one. And so if you stream on, if you do anything on YouTube, you have like YouTube Studio, and then you have like forward facing YouTube, like the content you actually consume. China doll 3833. So I'm not fine. Did I do it right? China, was that right? China doll 3833. I'm not finding her channel. Why can't I find her channel? If I just do China doll 3833. Okay, I have China doll D D Dion Douglas 3380. Not the same, I don't think. Yeah, I can't find this. I can't find this. Yeah, I don't know what that's about. Okay, you did it wrong. Okay, because I was like, I can't find her. I'm gonna try to uninstall and reinstall the Joanne app, because like I want to see if they have any deals. Like sometimes they'll have like 20% off your entire purchase, which isn't like the best, but it isn't the worst either. Especially if you're buying like multiple. Okay, so I'm re-downloading the app. I've been having a ton of problems with my Joanne app, trying to reinstall it, uninstall it, and like first it said that there was literally no yarn in my Joanne, which is false. When I tried to reach out to like tech support, like Joanne tech support, they were like, "Can you give a specific product?" And I was like, "All of them." I don't know what you want me to say. All of them. Okay, so I re-downloaded, and I'm still not getting any coupons. I'm seeing doorbusters, but I'm not seeing any like coupons or anything like that. So you have trouble with Joanne, period. Well, for me, it's the most accessible. They have the widest variety of yarn that I like. They go on sale very frequently. Okay, so I'm on the Joann website right now. And let's see, what is on sale? Okay, so coupons and weekly ad. Okay, so 20% off your total pickup or curbside order. I was having a hard time with that earlier because nothing was showing, so I couldn't do that. In store and online, they have 40% off one regularly priced item. But I've tried to do that like with multiple orders in a row, and it does not work. It'll just like freeze up on you, so I can't get 40% off all of the balls of Super Saver that I need. But I could start the project and just buy one at a time. Annoying, and I hate going out, but 10% off your order when you spend $75 or more. I don't want to spend that much money. I don't have that much money to spend. Okay, so this isn't great. Basically, my only option is the 20% off my total order. Hi, Ricky boy. Ends the 18th of November. I don't love that, but and Red Heart goes on sale pretty frequently. To me, it's kind of weird that they have. I think Michaels has 30% off. Because I don't do Hobby Lobby either. Oh yeah, which limits you. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't do Hobby Lobby. Let me look on the Michaels app and see if do they have Red Heart Super Saver. I really don't. I really don't know. My Michaels has a pretty low amount of yarn. So I don't really go there much, and a lot of their yarn I could kind of take or leave. If I'm being honest. Like a lot of the yarn that's specific to Michaels. Okay, so they are 25% off entire purchase. 25 fan friends. Okay. My neck is hurting. Okay, so it's not in the solids like the other one was. Let's see, it was in the stripes. It also has the multis here. Ooh, they have Mexicana, which is always nice, but they do not have it in store. I know that for sure. They have jewel tone. I could do so. It was $6.49 at both places. I could do the 25% off, and then buy as much as I need. Guess it's the best option. I just don't like Michaels. Last time we were there, we were with a very unhappy sales associate, and my sister kind of had a fit. But hopefully, we never see that person again. Because that was embarrassing. Yeah, so I can look at. You go by Michaels every day. I'll be good for you. Nice. Oh, you think Michaels has 30% off? That's even better than 20% off. Although I don't think you can overlap coupons, can you? Let's see. So let's say I needed like 5 total. Okay, so the subtotal is $25.96 for the 4. And then, yeah, if you have an additional coupon, we can see if we can add. have a bunch of weird shit in my bag. So I gotta go through them one by one and do the save for later. They had a really good sale on beads that I was gonna do. They had these jack-o'-lantern beads that were so awesome. Yeah, I mean, she wasn't like the worst sales associate I've ever met. She just was older, and we were looking for fabric specifically. And as you know, Michael's is not really well known for their fabric selection or like fabric expertise. Um, Joanne is kind of where you gotta go if you really want that that good. But but so like I brought a pattern. I brought actually this pattern for my sister, who's gonna make this outfit for the Renaissance Fair. And the back of the pattern, which tells you how much fabric to cut based on your size, it's really confusing. Like I don't think I've ever seen something so confusing. Like a pattern description that was so confusing. So I was like, "Hey, do you know how to read patterns?" And she was like, "No." And I was like, "Okay, that's fine. Like, you're not the fabric people. That's." I didn't say that, but I was thinking you're not the fabric people. That's fine. Um, and then like she was a little short with us, and then she said something. So like the fabric cutting counter is in the back, and she said something like, now you got to pay for this up front. You got to go to the girl up front. If you don't go to the girl up front, you're gonna have to go up to you're gonna end up having to go to the girl up front. So like blah 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 blah. And I was like, I was thinking she was saying I can't pay at the cutting counter, which is in the back of the store. Which I was like, okay, yeah, wasn't planning on it. Cool. That's what I thought she meant. But like my Michael store, I don't know how everyone else's Michael store is, but it has one counter where a physical person will check you out, and then it has a bunch of kiosks where you check yourself out. And cut fabric apparently doesn't work on the self checkout. I don't know why, but that's what she was saying. But I didn't understand what she was saying, and she was being a little short with me. So I didn't understand that. So like I tried, like just as we were starting to check out on the self-service checkout, um, uh, she was like, I told you that you would have to go see her. Now you have to go see her. And my little sister, I love her. She's a little quick to anger. So sometimes, so like, she got pretty pissed off and was like, I don't even want this fabric anymore. She's gonna have to put it back. And I was like, okay. So she kind of threw a little fit. There was literally like one person at that checkout line, so we would have had to wait on one person. But so I just I I guess like she did tell us, but it wasn't clear what she was telling us. So and like we don't know the store well enough to like know what the fuck she's talking about. So it was just like it was a little rude, a little brisk. But my little sister took it as who works in customer service, took it as a huge slight and was like, fuck this lady. She can go fuck herself. What the fuck is she saying? She may or may not have yelled that right there. I don't know where she gets it from. I don't act anything like that. Yeah, that's not me shit talking Michael's employees, or my sister. Just a heads up. Um, I could order from Ice Yarn, but it would probably still end up being more expensive than just getting it in person at Michael's with either the 30% off coupon or let me see if I have any coupons um, in my inbox. So I have a 30% off. No, sorry, I have a 25% off. Um, so it has an extra 25% off entire purchase, including sale items, excludes trees. Other exclusions apply. Okay, well, that's not really gonna help me with this. 25% off. Yeah, the best I got is 25%. Because the 30% off all regular price purchases expired November 5th. Yeah. So, I don't know. Yeah, I think that I can probably get a better deal if I just wait on Joanne to have a sale, but will I do that in time for no. If I did a black voodoo doll, do we think that that could be cool? Because, like, I would wear black all day long because I like the color black. Um, but would that, do you think that would read voodoo doll? I don't know. I mean, I think the heart with like the pins in it, I could do the silver. Um, but even then, I'm like, still like, I don't know. I don't know. And like, I feel like maybe, so the thing is, so this is self-striping, right? But the hexagon cardigan does not work like top to bottom or bottom to top. It works basically from the armpit out. So I'm not even sure I would get Sally from I think because there's so few details I could incorporate into the cardigan, I would really want it to be recognizable as a voodoo doll. I even think that maybe this, because it's self-striping, but I'm working in the hexagon, um, might not even read Sally. I wonder if it would. It'd have all the colors, but it wouldn't have like that like patchwork like um cardigan. Maybe let me see if there's like a patchwork cardigan. I'm sure there is. It's the intention when making it. Community. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, I totally understand that voodoo dolls could be any color, but I want to make sure that it reads voodoo doll when someone sees it, and that's why I'm kind of like, I don't know. Also, I feel like with black, I might lose a lot of that detail on the herringbone, because the black absorbs light, and unless it's kind of a shinier yarn, it won't have a lot of that texture that that beautiful herringbone um, shows. So let's see. So I'm on Etsy. Let's see. So patchwork cardigan. Because I feel like patchwork could also be very voodoo doll, regardless of color. And then I can do whatever I want with the colors that I have. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so I see a lot of like squares, but I want it to look more like asymmetrical patchworks rather than just a bunch of squares put together. Oh my gosh, I've seen this rose cardigan time and time again. It is so freaking pretty. And I want to make it so bad, even though I would never wear it, my wife would never wear it, no one would ever buy it for me because no one ever buys anything for me. And but it's so damn cute. Oh my gosh, it's so adorable. Let's see. I could do a cardigan in any color and then do patchwork on top of it. But if I could just, like, do it right the first time, that'd be cool. Now, this one has granny squares, but it has different sizes of granny squares, which is pretty cool. I hate making granny squares, but this could be a way to do it. It has bigger squares and it has smaller squares, and oh god, no, 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 no. So this one is definitely contender, because that looks a little bit more like patchworky to me. Not the most patchworky, but like still kind of fits the bill. Just want something that's like, I want something that puts whatever is into my head exactly into a pattern. All these are just color blocking. It's not even. There's a Sally one. Yeah. I just wanted to look more like organic, you know what I mean? Does anyone know what I mean? Am I sounding just crazy and ranty? Because then I wouldn't necessarily need the dual tone color. Okay, so this one kind of looks like a little bit like kaleidoscope. Yeah, that doesn't look like voodoo. Now I could put stitches between each of the squares of a cardigan, and that might look a little bit more like patchwork, but I'm just not really seeing what I want. And I don't know how to make what I want, again, because I'm not great at, like, coloring. So, yeah, so I was gonna do the herringbone hexagon cardigan, but I want it to look like different patches have been sewn onto it. I could just make a couple squares and, like, sew those kind of, like, randomly on. It's definitely a possibility. There's no reason why I couldn't. Maybe I'll do that, and then I can just do whatever color I want, and I'll just sew a bunch of squares on it. I don't need to have like a non. I don't need to have an expensive pattern for that. And then I can do the hexagon cardigan, and then I can just, with the herringbone design, a scarf would be cozy that you could patchwork that. Ooh, that's a good idea, and that would be a lot faster. But I still have to, if I want to do that kind of like asymmetric kind of feel, I probably need to do that with some color control. Although doing it on the scarf is way easier than thinking about doing it in like three-dimensional wearable. Okay, well, I've got some things to think about. I don't know, Lydia. It really depends. If I just like make a cardigan and put a bunch of patches on it, then I probably will do black. Or that like dark gray mix. I have a lot of that. From Caron and Caron 1 pounds. It's like a dark gray mix. It looks pretty much black. I bought it because I thought it was black, so it fooled me. Um, Joke's on my goth ass. wasn't black, and then I felt too lazy to go exchange it for black yarn when Caron was having a good sale. So I think I have like 3 of those, so that's plenty. The Caron 1 pounds. You caught alive. Hey Darsha, welcome in. Do you do corner to corner? I've never done corner to corner. I have wanted to. Um, but most of the time the designs that I want to do are blankets and corner to corner, and I just refuse to do blankets, and I just don't have time for that or patience. I really don't have patience. So Darsha, to catch you up, we are going through the projects that I've done thus far for blank but make it Halloween. I made bat mittens. Not the best, not the worst, good enough. And I made so I pulled red and green, and then I pulled full moon or moon from the Halloween bowl. So, with the help of Lydia and everyone, I made a little Grinch on my knitting machine, and I gave him a little furry butt. So I think I'm gonna give this to my father-in-law for Christmas, and because he's really hard to buy for, and I just think that this is a funny little gift. Um, so I just completed this pattern. I made some changes so that it doesn't have this as much of a clear line of like where it's folded over. Um, but but I'm hoping I can get some pattern testers who, one, have a 22 or 24 pin knitting machine. That's what I use for this. I mean, you can knit it yourself, but why? And then that can also crochet, because I did a lot of crochet accents to cover up where the colors meet. So, yeah, and I still think corner to corner, I would have that same problem with like when I think of like patchwork quilts and stuff like that, I think of kind of um like squares and rectangles that are like not they're kind of shifted a little bit, so they're kind of like their angles are kind of all over the place. Corner to corner scarf that looks like Sally. Yes, I could. That would be pretty smart. I mean, I'm going to make one. I don't have any of that green yet. Yeah. So this green is Premier. I think it's spring green. And then this red is Mainstays acrylic from Walmart in red. And then the white is Big Twist, and the black is Big Twist as well. Big Twist, if you like Big Twist, they're having really good sales on it right now at Joann. So would recommend if you're into that kind of thing. But right now we're working on Cozy and Voodoo. So I think I've got a plan. I just have to see. I hope that cardigan doesn't take me a long time. I'm just not a fast crocheter. I'm never gonna be. I'm faster than I used to be, but I'm still not fast. So cute. Would be an adorable piggy bank. Ooh, that's an interesting idea. Piggy bank. That could be interesting. Oh, please. I wonder if Joann has like a ceramic piggy bank that I could paint with acrylic yarns. But the variegated seems thinner. Interesting. I haven't tried any of the variegated Big Twists. Um, yeah, I haven't. Interesting. Even the Big Twist, like Living or the anti-pilling, acrylic that they have, which has a lot of the pride flag colors. Um, I've heard like mixed reviews on it, but it's on sale for $10, which is pretty unheard of. Bag a Day just went live, so if you wanted to go check out her stuff, I understand it won't offend me because she's cool. I love Bag a Day. Piggy bank. There's pigs. Nope. Okay. So no piggy bank at Joanne. Now Michael's. Let's see what you have. Okay, so they do have $10 color your own piggy banks, ceramic, favorite paints and markers. That's actually a pretty cute idea. Or you could crochet one, but painting would change it up a little bit. No need for a piggy bank though. But a voodoo doll piggy bank could be really cute. But it doesn't. Okay, but that doesn't fit the cozy. So it needs to be cozy. Uh, yeah. Well, I've been on here for about an hour and a half. I'm tired of hearing the sound of my own voice, as I'm sure many of you are. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put out a call for pattern testers for a modified version of this Grinch. Um, the modified version hopefully will reduce the seam between the two parts of the upper body. See how that goes right there? So hopefully we'll reduce that and you'll still get a really cute little Grinch. Crochet out over a jar or small coffee bucket. Ooh, cute. Love that. You're so full of good ideas. Also, so I put your package out to be picked up by FedEx on Friday. And I thought I scheduled a pickup, but got confused by the website. Turns out I didn't. It did rain slightly Friday night before I realized that they weren't coming. And so I believe the yarn is fine. I hope the yarn is fine. And um, I brought it inside, let it air dry. It was just like the very top of the box, so hopefully nothing's damaged. Um, and I am putting it out. It's already outside to be, and there is actually a scheduled pickup tomorrow from FedEx. So I put your email address in there, so they should give you tracking information. Um, I would test any crochet if you have some in the future. I do have a crochet hat, my awareness ribbon crochet hat. If you want, you can go on Army of Weirdos, which is my Facebook group. It's the one with the green pillow that says fuck in the image. And I mean, what do you expect? In there, I have a call for pattern testers for my awareness ribbon hat. I do know that Roberta did do a pattern test for me. I have a couple other people who said they would that I've given permission to, but I don't think they've made any changes yet. So I always will appreciate that, and that's totally crochet. Your first hand-dyed ever to try. What was hand-dyed in there? Oh, the hand-dyed Hobby Lobby yarn. Saw the hat video. Yeah, sent me something. Okay, cool. Well, I will check that out. I'll get back to you on the other stuff. And if you want to test the Grinch pattern, just let me know. Like I said, you need to have a 22 or 24 pin knitting machine, unless you want to knit all this by hand. I don't know why you would. And then yeah, I'll put that pattern testing call up, and then I'll also put you can also check out the hat pattern testing if you want to do that. So I love you all. Thank you for hanging out. Sorry I can't hang out for longer, but like I said, I'm really tired of hearing my own voice. So I will talk to you later. Love you all, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.